My name's Will Van DeCrommert. I'm a junior music composition major here at St. John's and St. Ben's, and I am the manuscript caretaker for the Proulx collection. From Dayton, Minnesota. It's this tiny, tiny little town right next to Rogers and Elk River, and I'll say I'm from Dayton, Minnesota. People will smile and nod politely, and that's usually how that works. If I were to be completely honest, I would say that I hate research. I never wanted to work in a library, you know, but I was really interested in the concept of working with another composer's work and really getting inside their head and seeing what goes on as far as their thought processes, you know, and their compositional process is concerned. So those were very attractive elements about this specific collection to me, and I really wanted to, you know, get my hands dirty and see how that turned out. What I noticed about him is how deliberate and meticulous he was. Oftentimes, and this very well could have been him as well, but oftentimes composers will go through draft after draft after draft, and it would seem to me that while he may have done that as well, he had a very complete vision of his pieces. His works look almost like perfect transcriptions, like he was just copying from something else. And if he made a mistake, he absolutely destroyed it with whiteout and glued over it with brand new strips of paper. But he was very meticulous in his process and very deliberate. He was always very sure about where he was going from one step of his compositional process to the next. So that's been fascinating to see. There was always this sense of, I'm part of something bigger than myself and I'm part of something important. I sit down at Mass on Sunday and I'll look at the bottom and I'll see from Richard Proulx as a community Mass. You know, and just this last Sunday in the priest's homily I was hearing about the Archbishop of Chicago passing away in '96, and Proulx was close friends with him, and so there's all these really intricate and beautiful connections that you stumble across. So sure, while at times it was tedious, it was absolutely rewarding knowing that I was part of something big. The Benedictine tradition has long associated itself with preserving artifacts of all walks and all traditions. And I very much feel connected to the Benedictine tradition here at Alcuin in the respect that I'm taking part in preserving something that will continue to mean a lot to the liturgical and musical community. I think everyone who's in the fine arts thinks about this is, you know, how can I go about making a living doing what I love? And is it possible? You know, that's something that we think about a lot. You know, after I finish my undergrad, where do I go from here? And it's been really inspiring to see someone who did it. And not only, you know, accomplished it, but accomplished it in flying colors. You know, he made a life and a lifestyle that was enveloped and shaped by his music. And that's astounding to me. That's the dream, and he was living it.